Join our team, sell real estate at wholesale prices.
I'm Cheryl Kirkland. I'm currently a realtor here in Atlanta area. I work for Century 21 in town, and we all have our own individual plans. We all have our own individual goals that we're trying to accomplish. And society's told us that we're supposed to do a 9 to 5 in order for us to accomplish that. And that's not true. We don't have to work a 9 to 5, you know. We can go out there, get our hustle on, and make it happen, just like everybody else did. But here in wholesaling, I don't want to do this generational wealth thing by myself. I'm trying to bring people along that are also trying to improve their generational wealth as well. I'm not trying to get rich. I'm trying to get wealthy, and there's a difference. Okay, so I just basically want to talk to everybody about wholesaling, how to become an investor, how to win in wholesaling, what steps you need to take in order to actually succeed in wholesaling, as well as measuring your dedication, because that's a big thing with wholesaling. You have to be dedicated to the process because it's not an easy fix. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It's not anything like that. It's literally going out there, getting your work done, putting in the time, meeting the people, all of those things in order for you to become successful in wholesaling. There's several steps that you have to take. There's you know, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, different things you have to do in order for you to become successful. You have certain things like you have to create a buyer's list. You know, you have to find investors that are buyers, and you have to create a list and develop a relationship with them so that you can go to them to buy your property once you get a contract on it. You have to do a farming. Farming just means you choose an area that you want to concentrate on, and you hit that area really hard until you get the results that you want. There's a vast areas that you can choose. You can choose in the farming area, you can choose foreclosure, you can choose pre-foreclosure, you can choose probate, you can choose code enforcement. There's a long list of different niches that you can choose to work on in order for you to get the results that you want. And I'm able to show you all those ways for probate, pre-foreclosure, foreclosures, all of those ways. There's a system in order for you to get the information that you need. For instance, if you were working with a probate court case, if you was working with a probate case, what you would have to do is that you would have to patrol the clerk of court, and you would go down there and you would get the list of everybody who has passed away. Okay. And then you're going to find out if those people actually own property. And then once you find that information out, you get the address of the property that they own. You also want to know who did they leave in charge of their property, since they've already passed away. You can't talk to them, right? So you want to know who did they leave in charge of their property. You get this person information, and then you start communicating with that person, asking them what do they want to do with the person who passed away home, with the house that they just inherited. What exactly is it that you want to do with it? And you want to convince them in a sense that selling it would be the best thing to do. And there's several ways to convince a person that, you know, selling is better. You can point out all the discrepancies that's going to go wrong with the house. You can point out how much taxes are per year. There's a vast level of ways that you can convince a person to sell an inherited house. So these are the steps that you have to take to get there. So once you get an owner, an inherited person, someone who really needs money, they're in the process of being foreclosed on. Once you get in contact with these people, there's several steps you have to take in order to convince them that they want to work with you. So we show you how to do that. We show you how to get contracts signed. We show you how to do market comparison analysis for the neighborhood. There's a lot of information. there's lots and lots of information that I want to share, but there's steps in it. You can't jump from here to there. You got to go from here and you got to work your way up. You got to get a complete understanding from step one as to what you got going on. So that way it won't be so troublesome in trying to figure out what you have to do next. You feel what I'm saying? You can make easy money. One way of making easy money is being a bird dog. A bird dog is a person who has a vehicle. They drive around in certain neighborhoods. They're farming neighborhood. If they pick a Buckhead neighborhood that they're going to farm, then they're going to drive around in that neighborhood and they're going to get all of the information from that neighborhood. The bird dogs are looking for distressed houses, vacant houses, unkept houses, trashy houses, all types of houses that don't look, that stand out from the neighborhood. So you're going to pick a really good neighborhood. This is how you do it. You pick a really good neighborhood and you're going to drive that neighborhood. Okay? That community, whatever. And inside that community, you're going to pick at least, bare minimum, 5 houses that need some help. If it's distressed, if it's vacant, if the grass is all the way up to the doorknob, all those type of things is what you want to look for. And you take that address down. Look at me sweating in this hot car. I'm sweating in this hot daggone car. Anyway, so yeah, that's what you're going to do. You're going to get the address down. Once you get the address, you bring it back. That's another step. I show you what you do with the address. Pretty much you want to find out who the people are who own the home. That's pretty much the whole thing. So you have to be a people person. You have to be able to communicate with people. And if you're not a people person, that's okay too, because you can be used in a different area. You don't necessarily have to do the talking, you know. Once you get your list, you want to get at least 150, 200 addresses. That's a good start. Okay. Once you get your list, then we show you how to go through the list, how to weed out what you don't need and how to focus in on what is actually going to turn over into some money for you. Bird dogs are the people that go around and get the addresses from the neighborhood. You can do one or two things with that. You could keep the address and you can work on it yourself, or you can actually do the bird dog position and you take the address and you give it off to somebody else. If you're going to be a bird dog and you're just taking addresses and giving it off to somebody else, then you get paid for getting the address. And there's a certain dollar amount that you get. You can make anywhere between $75 to $150 just for addresses. Okay, depending on what neighborhood they're in and different things like that. If you're going to bird dog and only bird dog, if you take the address and you give it away to somebody, or say, let's just say you sell it to somebody, and that address that you give to them, they actually get a contract on that address, okay? Then they owe you even more money, okay? And that value starts at about $500 to $1,000, okay? So if you're bird dogging, you can go out, travel the road. You could take 2 or 3 hours a day, just go out collecting addresses. Come back in, you could do one or two things. You can work the addresses yourself so you can make your big money yourself, or you could do the second thing is you could just sell the addresses and make a quick $150 to $300 by selling the addresses, you know. And if by chance that address actually gets under contract and the investor that you sell it to, or me, or whoever the investor is that captures that address, once they sell the property, once they renovate it and they actually sell it on the market and get the full value for it, then that's when they're going to come back and they're going to give you either anywhere between $500 and $1,000. And that's just for bird dogging. That's the price for bird dogging. If you are good in customer service, then you are able to, you can make the phone call. You don't necessarily have to do the bird dogging. If you don't have a vehicle, you could just sit at home and make phone calls and make appointments, okay? Because that's another position that I can show you how to do, where you actually taking the addresses that these people, that the bird dogs go and get, okay? You take the addresses, you come back, you give it to the customer service rep, and they're going to do the research on it and find the owners and everything and get to talking to the owners like that, Okay, so the bottom line is that in wholesaling, there's lots of positions that you could play. So you got to come and know what position you want to play, right? And the bottom line is to find a house that is either vacant, distressed, foreclosed, pre-foreclosure, probate, inherited. Whichever house that you find, you want to get it under contract with the owner, and you want to take that contract and you want to either A, purchase the house yourself, or B, you want to take that contract and sell it to an investor. Okay, that's pretty much how it is. It sounds easy, but it's not. It's a lot of work. You know, you're always in the streets, you always meeting people, and you're going to always want to be talking about your business. You want to get the business drummed up, and you want everybody to know what you do, how you're doing it, and all of those kind of things, because this business is a lot of word of mouth. You know what I mean? So based on just what I'm saying to you, got any questions? Why I can't hear you? I can't hear you.
Okay, yeah, sorry about that. So I have 3 questions. So us listening to the intro of the investment and real estate intro today. So we would join as a member of your team?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And
We're forming a team together.
Okay, and you're a realtor, right?
I'm a realtor, yeah.
Okay, so
right.
Okay, so is there a fee for joining?
No.
Okay, great. And I have one more question. So I guess so it's a great concept. From what I see is that you're a realtor, you get paid for selling properties and doing the closing and stuff, right? Getting all that stuff set up. Okay, so by you having a team of people and teaching them how to go out and find the properties and get the contracts and the deals, and then you do the closing, you make your money and we make our money as team members. Is that
right?
Okay,
right. So that's the end goal for me as a realtor.
Okay.
Okay. But this business that I'm talking to you guys about is a separate entity from my real estate.
Okay.
Okay. I will be the realtor on the end deals, because you need a realtor to sell the house to the end buyer.
Okay.
I heard a doorbell. What that mean?
Yeah, that was one person I let in, and I'll let him know also that he'll be able to review the entire the entire discussion later after we finish.
Okay.
I actually let him
right.
know. Yeah.
Okay.
How are you, Tabitha?
Right. So the wholesaling business is really about my goal. Okay. My overall goal is to establish some generational wealth for my grandchildren. That's my goal.
Yeah.
And because I want to do it and I know how to do it, I'm trying to bring people along with me to do the same thing.
Okay.
You feel me? The money is going to come to us. This is not a me thing. It's a us thing, but you got to have that mentality. You're going to put the work in first. Did you go away?
No, I don't see your picture. Your picture actually went away. But I see the little icon.
Yeah, I gotta call him right back. Let me call him right back.
Okay.
All right. I'm sorry. You're putting the work in. And you're going to get the reward, but understand, the only way you're going to get the reward is if you put the work in. You can't bring us addresses that are, they're no good. You got to give us you got to get out there and actually look for what you're really looking for. You're really looking for a distressed house. You can't bring me a house that just looks beat down. I mean, where you got people running in and out, or you can't bring me a house that just got sold. I need an old house. I need the distressed houses. I need the vacant houses. I need, those type of things. Let me get back to you with the buyers list. Okay, so listen to this. My overall goal is to teach everybody how to do this thing so that they can be able to stand on their own feet and do this by themselves, okay? But you need a team to get you started, okay? So that's where you come in. I'm trying to get this team right here to say, hey, this is what I want. I'm sorry, I just read an email that I didn't want to hear. But anyway, you want to get the people together, same mindset, so we can hit it and hit it hard. You know what I mean? We'll have a set of bird dogs over here bringing us addresses. We got somebody over here pulling the addresses and pulling the information and pulling everything out, talking to the people. We got another set of people we're going to train and get them versed in how to go out and get the contract signed. You see what I'm saying? You got to walk yourself through all of this. You know what I mean? And once that's done, you hit your buyer's list. Hey, I got this 3-bedroom, 2-bath property. You know, after it's renovated and ready for sale, it's going to be selling for $250, but I'll sell it to you for $100. You know what I mean? Those are the steps you have to take, but you got to start down here in the research and development. You got to know how to do all of that. You understand? Once you learn how to do that, and once you find whichever niche you want to hit, then you hit it and you hit it hard. And understand, your results are going to come based on the kind of dedication and work you put in. You feel me? So if you hitting it hard, let's just say we have this meet and we get 5 people who really want to get into this, and we just hit the street and we hit it hard, right? We should start seeing results in a matter of anywhere between 30 to 45 days. This money should start rolling through the door. You understand what I'm saying? But the goal is to have it constantly rolling through the door.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's just basically how it works. But again, got to be dedicated. And you also have to know that even though what I'm showing you is the way that I learned how to do it, you still want to educate yourself by going home, reading up, looking at the YouTube videos on the same process.